Welcome to Alive to Thrive OT. I am Tracy Schnabel.
And I'm Lauren Lyman.
And today we are going to be talking about 10 tips to kicking flu season's butt. Yes. But first, just a little background as usual. We're two occupational therapists that notice a gap in the healthcare system. We think that it's kind of strange that everybody thinks chronic disease is normal and that being on like 15 medications is okay. And we want to inform you, educate you, and empower you with information that can help you be not only disease-free, but thriving. But a little disclaimer. This is for informational purposes only. Please contact a medical professional for any disease or any trouble you're having medically. Anything that we give you, we are not liable for. This is, again, just as a reference for you to go and ask your doctor any questions you have and to empower you with more information. If it's a medical emergency that you're having right now, please call 911 immediately. And without further ado,
10 tips to kicking flu season's butt. So it's that time of year again, flu season, everyone's in a panic. But good news, there are things that you can do to help prevent the flu and to help you manage it if you were to get the flu. So, 1, eat fruits and vegetables and drink organic green tea. So fruits and vegetables have over 10,000 nutrients in them. You're not going to get 10,000 nutrients in a multivitamin. You'll probably get what on the label, like maybe 20 things, not 10,000. There is no good replacement for fruits and vegetables. Eat your fruits and veggies. Mm-hmm. They have antioxidants in them, which obviously we all know antioxidants keep you healthy. Anti-inflammatory, it improves immunity again overall. It improves the communication between your cells, so how your body functions. It just makes it work. And it can actually repair DNA damage from exposure to toxins. So if you have a lot of free radicals in your body, a lot of toxins, again, distraction for your immune system. It's got a lot of things it's working on. It doesn't have time to deal with this cold that's coming your way. So eating more fruits and vegetables helps you detox some of these things so that you can be, if cold's coming your way, you're like, hey, I got this. And you do because you're healthy. And it detoxifies carcinogens. Carcinogens are cancer causing, so it helps get rid of those things. Again, if you have cancer, I'm sure you know cancer causes, it compromises your immune system. So really good for you. Green tea also has a lot of great properties. I always recommend organic because you don't really know what's in those tea bags. You want something that's organic and doesn't have a lot of toxins in it, the pesticides and things. So that's number 1. Number 2, elderberry syrup. Elderberries are so good for you, and we don't eat them. It's not like common in our diet. So if you know someone that makes elderberry syrup, I make elderberry syrup. It's not that hard. You can make it yourself. I order the ingredients on Amazon. I buy dried elderberries, and takes me, it's time consuming just because it has to boil on the stove, but it's not difficult by any means. So elderberries have a lot of vitamin C, which we all know is great for preventing illness. It has a lot of flavonols in them, a lot of antioxidants. It has phenolic acid in it, which is an antioxidant that reduces damage from oxidative stress. So it reduces the damage you're getting from those free radicals, from your toxins. It has anthocyanins in it, which is an antioxidant that helps with your anti-inflammatory properties. So it helps your body keep inflammation at bay. And it has been shown to reduce the duration of colds and lessen your cold symptoms. Elderberry syrup, at least the one that I make, also has ginger, cinnamon, and cloves in it, which are great antioxidants. They're anti-inflammatory, and they even kill bacteria. So, number 3, probiotics. The GI tract houses one of the highest number of immune cells in the entire body. So, you want to feed those cells. You want it to be healthy. Feed your gut good bacteria. T cells, which are your memory cells, your fighter cells, when you get sick, those T cells activate. They are produced in the gut. So, be good to your gut, and your immune system will be good to you. Gut dysbiosis, which is a weird imbalance of your good and bad gut bacteria, can result in poor immune system function overall. And gut permeability, which is like leaky gut, that can result in immune cells entering into other parts of your body, which can cause not only acute illness, but chronic illness. Your body starts to get confused. Like, hey, these aren't supposed to be out here. Let's attack everything. And it causes autoimmune disease. Your body starts attacking itself. So probiotics are so good for you. There are some foods that have pre and probiotics in them. I'm sure you know yogurt is a great one. You can take a probiotic. We offer a health nutrition product that has whole food in it, fruits and vegetables, berries, and that has not only the fruits and veggies, but also probiotic in there too.
Also, apple cider vinegar is really good.
Yes.
Like 2 teaspoons with like a cup of water. Mix it in there. Don't take it directly because it
needs to be diluted.
It needs to be diluted. It's also really good for your gut, they were saying.
Great probiotics in there. Wow. And it's natural.
Natural. Cheap too. Not too expensive.
Really cheap. Filtered water. Water is a natural way for your body to detox. You should be drinking bare minimum half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if someone is 140 pounds, divide by 2, that's 70. You should be drinking at least 70 ounces of water every day. Water, not liquid, not coffee, water. But remember, fruits and vegetables are 90% water. So if you don't get it that in glasses of water, if you're not like, oh my God, I can't get to my 6th cup of water today, that's okay. Because remember, if you're eating those fruits and vegetables, 90% of that is water. Exercise is so good for you. So many reasons why, but one of them is it boosts your immune system.
Yes.
It's a detoxification strategy. When you sweat, you eliminate toxins from your body. Drink lots of water. You pee a lot. You work out a lot. You sweat a lot. Those toxins are getting out of your body. And as we said earlier, toxins distract your immune system from viruses and things that come your way that we should be able to handle pretty easily, although they are inconvenient. So, and it also raises the heart rate, which is great for circulation. Sleep. I feel like today's society, we brag about how little sleep we get, and that's really sad because it's not funny. We should be sleeping more. You should get 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, and when you're sick, you're probably going to need more sleep than that. Sleep is restorative. You need sleep to be healthy. So, go to bed at a reasonable time.
Yeah, there was studies that showed like people that got less than 6.5 hours of sleep were more likely to get cold and other sicknesses than the ones that got consistent 6.5 hours of sleep a day.
Right. And really, I know this is kind of hard with weekends and weekdays,
minimum.
But you should be going to bed and waking up at the same time every day too. I don't have a choice because I have a 17-month-old, but for most people who like go to bed at 9 o'clock during the week and wake up at 6, and then on the weekends they stay up till 2 in the morning, those people, even if you do sleep until 10 a.m. the next day, those people are more susceptible to being sick because you're not staying on a good cycle. Your sleep cycle is important, not just the quantity of sleep.
Wow.
So, number 7, de-stress. Stress takes a huge toll on your body. Emotional stress causes physical problems. Okay? Your immune system cannot work properly if you're stressed out. One of our first videos, we talked about that fight or flight response. Your fight or fight response from you being chased by a bear is the same response to you being stressed out at work. So what happens? Your body focuses on the vital organs it needs to survive. So your digestive system starts to shut off because you don't need that when you're running from a bear. Your immune response starts to shut off because you don't need to fight a cold while you're trying to fight a bear, right? So fast forward all these years later, our bodies didn't evolve. We still use those same responses. So if you're stressed out all the time, your immune system's like, we don't have time. We don't have time to be on right now. We need to focus on the stress. We don't need the immune system right now. So your immune system can literally turn off when you're stressed out. So de-stress. If you can't avoid the stress, obviously that's the best thing to do. Avoid the stressor altogether. If you can't, then find ways to counter the stress. Meditate. Take some time by yourself at night. Turn your electronics off 2 hours before bed. I know that's a hard one, but at least try, do things to counteract the stress. And sleep is not considered meditation, and sleep is not considered your means to de-stressing, because whatever stress you have during the day carries over into your sleep.
Yeah.
So before you go to bed, de-stress and then go to bed. I actually think it's so important that I would say if you can't spare that half hour before bed, take it away from the amount of time that you're going to be sleeping. Instead of 8 hours, maybe you'll sleep 7.5 then, because I think it's so important to de-stress. Personally.
Yeah. Yesterday I was listening to some Gregorian chants. It's like 432 hertz. It's supposed to be a therapeutic level. I fell asleep like this after listening to it. Normally I struggle for hours. So
I do guided meditations where you take note of different parts of your body, keeps you in the moment. And yeah, I'm asleep within 15 minutes every time.
Oh, cool.
Then I started going over on my data and I had to stop. So number 8, avoid toxins. So environmental toxins would include unfiltered water with fluoride, which is a neurotoxin, and chlorine, and people's prescriptions they flush down the toilet.
Yeah.
Find a good water filtration system. Drink filtered water. It has great minerals in there, and obviously you can avoid the toxins. Pollution, whether that's air pollution, again, water pollution, pollution from work. If you work in a construction site, make sure you're wearing your mask.
Yes.
Radiation exposure from things like Wi-Fi, cell phones, all that stuff. If you can buy a shield and EMF blocker for your phone, those are great. I'm trying to find my phone. Those are really great. Cool. This blocks all the EMF, so when I talk on my phone, I'm not literally microwaving my brain, which is what phones do to us. Wi-Fi, if you can plug in, because then you're decreasing all that radiation that's not necessary. If I'm just sitting on the couch on my computer, I can easily use an Ethernet cord. No harm to me. Food, toxins in our food. Processed food has a whole slew of bad things in it. Yeah. Processed food is not good for you. Even if you go fresh food, watch out for your pesticides. Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 is a video that we released. Check that one out. EWG's Dirty Dozen and Clean 15. There are certain fruits and vegetables that require more pesticides because the bugs really like them. And you want to avoid inorganic forms of those because you will be ingesting those pesticides too. And then recreational toxins, things like cigarettes, alcohol. Cigarettes, I would say never. Alcohol, in moderation. Yeah. There are conflicting studies on alcohol, but I would say, you don't have to cut out everything from your life, but just be mindful that it's not that great for you. Number 9, spices and herbs. There are a ton of spices and herbs that are so good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Turmeric, you can pronounce it both ways, has anti-inflammatory properties, decreases inflammation in the body. Garlic and thyme help to eliminate mucus, and they have antimicrobial properties.
Yeah.
Ginger helps fight off colds. Bone broth is so good for you. And not only contains minerals to improve immunity, but it also heals the gut, which, as we said, is essential for proper functioning of the immune system. Honey has antioxidant and antimicrobial properties. It helps coat your throat. If you have a sore throat, just take a tablespoon of honey and it'll help relieve your sore throat. It's also a great alternative to processed sugar, which we talk about in one of our ditch and switch videos. Check that out. And number 10, don't avoid germs. What? You're looking at me like you are insane, I don't believe you anymore. So I know this sounds counterintuitive and it goes against everything they have taught us, but we need germs to enhance our immune system. Help your body help itself. We don't want to replace our immune system. We want to build our immune system so that when it's exposed to something, it can handle it, okay? And I know that goes against a lot of things that we were taught, but it's better, and I stand by that 100%. That is my personal and professional opinion. So they actually did a study on rats, and it showed that when rats were raised in a 100% germ-free environment, they had impaired immune systems. Oh, yeah. You need bacteria, you need germs to build your immunity and for your body to understand how to fight things off. Like I said, your gut makes your T cells, your fighter cells when you get sick. So you need to have exposure to these germs to build up your gut so that it can do those things.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah. So eat your fruits and veggies. Take your elderberry syrup every day and twice to 3 times a day if you're sick. Take your probiotics and your prebiotics. Filtered water, exercise, sleep, the quantity of sleep, as well as your rhythm, your cycle. De-stress, avoid toxins, get your spices and herbs, throw them in your food, throw them in your tea, and don't avoid germs. Those are my tips to kicking flu season's butt this year and every year to come. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, and we are wishing you physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.